Today we're going to walk through using the illustration software for F&G. So once you log into the back office, you go down to Sales Tools, click on Illustrations, and open the screen to start a new case. So we start a new case. We begin entering the information for the client. In this situation today, we're going to start with a 40-year-old male, and we make sure we pick the correct state. We're going to do Texas today. We pick the correct product, Index Universal Life, and then we find the available products. The product we're going to choose today is going to be the F&G Pathsetter. So we select that product, and then we'll be able to begin using the actual illustration software to run the quotes and get the proposals. Okay, so now we can begin entering some information to do the actual illustrations. First thing we have to make sure is we have all the correct client information in there. Ideally, you want date of birth, but you can always enter the age. Next, we can select underwriting class. You have your preferred non-tobacco, standard non-tobacco, and all your other tobacco ratings. In this situation, let's just choose a preferred non-tobacco for a healthy 40-year-old male. If we want to have access to underwriting guidelines, you can click here and it opens it up for you. And the next section is the solves. This is where we're going to primarily spend most of our time using the different solve types. In this situation here, we have a none option, which means you can enter all the information yourself, premium, face amount, etc. Then you have the other options here. For the sake of this training today, we're going to use only two types of solves. We're going to use the max accumulation and income and the max accumulation. So let's begin with max accumulation and income. When you click here, it's going to open up a window. You're going to enter the details of this specific product. In this situation, since we're solving for the minimum face amount to maximize the cash value, we want to select solve for face. A new screen opens up where you can specify the premiums. So what we're going to do here in this situation is we're going to specify premiums to be around $500 a month, let's say until age 65. As we wait for the screen to populate, here we go. So when you change the information for the premium, make sure you select the correct mode. In this situation, we're going to select monthly, and then what we're going to do is we're going to enter that monthly premium to be the $500 a month. When you do this, it's going to put it all the way down through the entire time frame of this. We're going to make sure that we make the change, okay, at age 65. So starting at age 65, we're going to end it, and we're going to put 0 premium, and you'll see here that then it'll be zeroed out, through the rest of the time. We're going to press OK. Disregard the pay premium to year 100 because we already specified it in this box up here. The cash value, what I was told was you want to change it to $10,000. And you want to put it to age 100. When you go to income stream, always leave it as a loan. That way the money can come out tax-free. Income mode, doesn't really matter whether you do monthly or annual. My preference is to do annual, so we can change it to annual. Then we want to start it at age 65. Okay? And we want this to last, let's just say, until age 90. So for 25 years is when the income will begin. And then we're going to leave it as a variable loan. One of the nice features about the F&G product is that it caps out at 5%. So it really makes it reasonable when it comes to loaning from the policy to get the tax-free income. We press OK. And then we scroll down the face amount. Again, disregard the initial face amount of $150 because we specified it in the details here for the solve. We have the option to choose different benefit options. We have option A, which is increasing, option A is level, option B is increasing, and then varies from option B to A. We'll look at these examples here in a moment, but for the first solution, we're going to keep it option A. We leave the premium information without touching it since we specified it up above, but we do have to change the interest crediting options. In this situation, we find that the Barclays Trailblazer is the best indexing strategy, so we're going to switch this to 100%. And then make sure that we put the S&P annual point-to-point at 0. We only have 100% here overall when it comes to the index crediting strategies. And then again, look at the loans and withdrawals. We can leave this without touching since we specified it above in the solve. And of course, you can add any other additional riders that you want. The nice thing about this F&G product is that it already includes, as you can see here, automatically includes the terminal illness rider, critical illness, and the chronic illness rider. Of course, you can add anything else, but for the sake of this situation here, we're just going to keep it just generic. So then once we enter all the information, we're ready to go. So we can click on View and Print Illustration. It's going to automatically send this to a PDF file. So while it's loading here, let's wait a moment. Okay. It's going to PDF the illustration software for us. Let's open that up. And we're going to scroll down to page 8. And that's where we'll be able to see the tabular detail. You can see here that it's going to annualize the premium, so $500 a month puts it at $6,000 a year. We see our death benefit amount starting at $480,000 and we're keeping it level. You can see here that it includes the critical illness rider, the terminal illness rider, and the chronic illness rider for our 40-year-old male preferred non-tobacco. So we're going to scroll down to age 65 and see what our potential income is going to be. In this situation here, we'll see that we have a potential income of $30,000 of tax-free income all the way through age 90 as we specified. Okay. So over the time frame of this policy, the client was able to put in $150,000 of premium and in the end was able to potentially pull out $757,000 of tax-free income. That's a pretty good return on your investment, I would say. In the end, you still have your death benefit over here. All right. Let's go back to the software and let's make one little small change. Let's change the death benefit option from level to an increasing to level. What this is going to do is going to maximize the cash accumulation. But what we have to do is we have to specify when we want to make the change from a level contract to an increasing. Typically, that's done in the year you begin taking income. In this situation, we specified that to be the age of 65. So to do that, you have to enter the letter A, which specifies age, in year 65. Okay. Now, one thing to note, if you decide to do this from an illustration perspective, F&G will not make the change from level to increasing at age 65. This is only just for illustration purposes. If you design the policy this way, you have to remember to make this change 25 years from now in this specific situation here. So it's not an option I really recommend that we do for our clients because it is something that is very long-term and you could potentially forget or that client could potentially forget. So it's really not the best way to do these illustrations, but I just still want to show you how to do this just in case you do want to go down the path. But we always recommend either going full out level or full out increasing. That's the best way to protect your clients when it comes to building these proposals. But for the sake of illustration, let's take a look and see the difference between the level and increasing to level. So we go back to View and Print Illustration. It's going to again create the illustration PDF for us here. Okay. There we go. So again, we go back to page 8, our tabular detail. Now you'll see here the face amount drops to $192,000, whereas previously we were at the 480. So a little bit lower death benefit beginning, but that allows for more cash accumulation in the policy because you're paying for a lot less life insurance. So then we scroll down to age 65, and what's neat about this software is it actually highlights when we make that change from increasing to level. So you can see here, the policy increases death benefit up until age 65, and then it turns on the potential income stream. So as you can see here, the income is slightly higher, I believe from the $30,000 to $36,000, so slightly higher. But remember, this change is not done automatically. This is something you will have to initiate for your clients 25 years from now. So again, something worth considering if that's something that you may not remember or the client may not remember. You know, it is worth thinking about before proposing this solution. So my recommendation is just go with level. That way it gives them a higher protection early on in the policy. and allows for close to similar potential income having this solution here. All right, let's go back to the software. Now let's change the solve type. Let's take a look. Instead of doing the max accumulation income, let's just do max accumulation only. And it's going to pop up our screen here for the solve types. We're going to solve for that face amount only. And we're going to specify the premiums. Let's keep it the same just for simple math purposes. So $500 a month, it's already there. But just be mindful, oh, no, it's still here, so you have the 0 there. So very simple change, okay? Very simple change. Press OK. And that's all we have to change, okay? Let's go back down here and just do it to level. Again, let's take away that increasing option. Let's just see what the amount looks like when it comes to the accumulation. Let's view and print the illustration again. It'll PDF the proposal for us. We can take a look at it. Remember, in this situation here, all we're going to do is just show accumulation, not the income. So we'll take us to page 8 again for the tab details. Again, we'll start at the face amount of $480,000 since it is a level. And as we scroll down, what you'll notice here is that we will not have the income, only just accumulation. So at this point, we'll see what that cash accumulation looks like. In this situation here at age 65, it's accumulated $294,000. Okay, so $150,000 into the policy with $294,000 of cash value. Again, it just depends how you want to show your clients this proposal. You can show it with or without the income solution. But to give you some options when it comes to running the software. So going back to the software again, just to finalize the training today, there's other solve types we can choose from. You can specify the income for the face amount or premium. So if you know a client wants to have a specific amount of life insurance and how much it's going to cost, you can do it that way. Or if the client says, I only have X amount of money to pay per month, how much life insurance can that buy me? You can specify it that way as well. So that's another solution to go about using the solve type here. You can always just solve for income. You can solve for premium. You can solve for face amount only. You can do what's this called as the GSP, is guideline single premium, or the guideline level premium options, okay? So a lot of different solve types, but for the sake of this training today, and probably the majority of your software solutions you're gonna be running here is gonna be just the max accumulation income and the potential max accumulation. So that's how you use the F&G software, pretty straightforward and simple. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great day.